Okay, so as of the filming of this video, Apple has officially released iOS 17.1 to everyone. So everyone can now update to iOS 17.1 on their iPhones and their iPads. And of course, every time Apple releases a new software update, we look forward to a lot of the new features and changes. Of course, I do as well. But there's a more important reason for those of you who are still waiting to update to iOS 17.1, rather as concerns in terms of performance, batteries, or bugs. There's a number one reason why Apple released updates across the board. iOS 17.1 was also released alongside iOS 16. So iOS 16.7.2 was also released and updated for older devices. For those of you who are yet to update to iOS 17, you also get an update on iOS 16. Or if you have an iOS 16 device that does not support iOS 17, this update is also available for you. And everything sort of ties together. As far back as iOS 15 as well. So if you have an iOS 15 device, so if we go into settings, general here, and then we go into software update, there's also an update available for you guys as well, iOS 15.8. So why would Apple release so many updates across the board for all iPhones and iPads that support iOS 15 and iOS 16, including the latest 17.1? Well, that's what I want to talk about in today's video. For those of you who are still waiting, do not wait any longer. There's an important reason why Apple has done this, and let's talk about that here in today's video. So the first thing to note is that Apple has two different build numbers for iOS 17.1, which is going to be 21B74 and 21B80. Now, 21B80 is only for the iPhone 15 models, and the rest of the iPhones have 21B74. Now, you can go into settings here, general, and then go into the about section, go into the version number, and you should see the number right there. So, of course, this is an iPhone 15, so it's going to be iOS 17.1, build number 21B80. If you have an iPhone 14 or lower, it's going to be 21B74. Now, of course, there's many reasons why you want to update. There's a lot of new features. I talked about that in my coverage. You can check that out in the links in the description. And as I mentioned, the iPad received the update, macOS 14.1, watchOS 10.1, which fixes the complication for the weather, which is important, something that you want to go ahead and fix here. macOS, watchOS, tvOS, and of course, older devices. We have iOS 16.7.2, as I mentioned, also available for the iPad. Older devices, 15.8, also available for the iPad. So if you want to get that latest build number on your iPhone 15, you can go into settings, and if you no longer want to run betas, only if you don't want to continue running betas, go into general, go into software update, go ahead and click into beta updates, turn that off, go back once, and then refresh, and you should get that final build there to install on your device. If you want to continue betas, don't do this. Just stay on the beta. 17.2 is right around the corner. Beta 1, that is, of course. Now, let's talk about why it is extremely important for you to update to 17.1. By the way, if you want to watch my comparison of iOS 17.0.3 versus 17.1, on that video, I show that in every single category, for the most part, iOS 17.1 is better than 17.0.3 in terms of performance, Wi-Fi speeds, even the battery and performance and everything like that. It's much better on 17.1. So if you're still skeptical, here's the number one reason why you should update. Let's go into the about security content of iOS 17.1 and iPadOS 17.1. As we take a look here, Apple has patched 18 different security flaws and security vulnerabilities on the iPhone. I want to repeat that. 18 security flaws. Things from Find My, images, photos, the kernel, mail, passkey, just so many bugs and security flaws being patched here with 17.1 that this alone, not even talking about the features, is enough for you to update to iOS 17.1. And if you have an older iPhone, update to iOS 16.7.2, or if you have an even older iPhone, update to the latest iOS 15.8, which is of course now available as well. So just because of these 18 security patches, I would highly recommend you guys to update. And again, in terms of performance and features and everything like that, iOS 17.1 by far has been the best iOS 17 update till date as of right now. So iOS 17.1, don't wait, make sure you update. These are the number one reasons why you should consider to update your devices, your iPhones and your iPads to the latest updates. And thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.